morning everyone. Today I am Bhavik Garg from the channel Intelligent Kids. Today in this vlog we will learn about the chapter Reproduction in Plants for class 5. So friends, what do you mean by reproduction? Does anyone know? I think none of us know. Reproduction is the process by which a living organism produces a new individuals of its own kind. Like a cat produces organisms like it, like kittens. Dog gives birth to puppies. So now reproduction in plants. So how do plants reproduce? Do you have heard about the word pollination? Pollination in plants is the process where pollen grains is transferred from the anther, the male part of a flower, to the stigma, the female part of a flower. I don't think you have understood this definition because it is in a complicated form. Now, pollination. Have you seen some powder-like structure on the flower? Yes, they are the pollen grains which is transferred from the anther, the male part of a flower. Now, what is male part and female part? The reproductive part of the plant is a flower. It has two parts, the male part and the female part. In the male part, it comes anther and the filament, while in the female part, it comes the pistil, stigma, ovules, ovary. From the anther, they are transferred to stigma, the female part. Now I will tell you a fact. The word pollen has been used in science texts since 1760 and means the fertilizing part of flowers. Earlier in history it meant dust or fine flour. It is because it means dust or fine flour because it is like dust, powder like structure. And it fertilizes basically. So now we will come to what is germination. The germination is the process by which a seed produces a seedling or a baby plant. Now, a seed has a baby plant called the embryo. This embryo slowly comes out of the plant, cutting the layer called seed coat which protects it. With the food in cotyledons, it lives in the seed till it's the right time to sprout, which is called cotyledon is the food. And the process when this embryo grows into a plant or a seedling, it is called germination. Stages of germination. When the seed gets all the necessary things like air, water, warmth, space and nutrients from the soil, the process of germination starts. During the early stages, the seed will get food from the cotyledons. Now, do you know what is photosynthesis? Yes. It is the process by which plants produce their food using sunlight and CO2. But for that we need leaves, yes? But in seed there are no leaves, there's only embryo. Now from where the food has come? Where the food has come? A fleshy structure, fleshy leaf-like structure, cotyledon. Now the seed coat is a covering which protects it. Seed coat will break and a new plant will emerge out of the seed. Basically the embryo which has grown up now. When the plant will develop a root system, it will absorb the water and nutrients from the soil. Now, do you know the name of this root system? I know that you are thinking. Root system in this stage, the small root called, any guesses? Yes, it is radicle. This grows down and the shoot system of the plant will develop now the leaves and will start preparing food for the plant. Therefore, the cotyledons will shrink and disappear. Now, as the plant grows, the leaves will also start coming and there will be no need of cotyledons, so they will shrink and they will disappear. Now, does anyone know what a shoot system called? Shoot system is called, yes, it is called the plumule in the small baby plant stage. Now, seeds. Seed is a tiny life support package which gives rise to a new plant. Seeds are the small parts produced by a plant from which new plants grow. This is the definition of seed. Basically, now parts of the seed, I have told the main parts, the all parts basically I have told. This is the seed coat, this hard outer covering. There is a brown like thing. Cotyledon is like this. This yellow structure is the cotyledon. Now, do you think that there can be two cotyledons in a seed? Yes or no? Yes, there can be. The seeds with two cotyledons are called dicot seeds, while the seeds with one cotyledon are called monocot seeds. Now let's come to embryo. This green plant, can you see? This green leaf like a plant like structure. This is the embryo. And the plumule, as I said, the shoot arising from the seed. Breaking the seed coat is plumule, and I have told you radicle, the root that breaks the seed coat and comes out. Now, I already told you about monocot and dicot seeds. Now, examples of monocot seeds are rice, wheat, and corn. Dicot seeds are grams, peas, beans, etc. etc. Now, what will happen if all the seeds will grow in a single place? Yes, the place will become overcrowded. Yes or no? Yes. Place will become overcrowded and there will be a fight of nutrients, water, etc. etc. Now for that, plants have a solution, the dispersal of seeds. Now, the scattering of seeds away from the parent plant by the agents like wind, water, animals, and explosion is known as seed dispersal. Is it clear? Explosion is the short form. It is basically seed pod explosion. Agents of seed dispersal. First, wind. Now, usually the seeds that are dispersed by wind are light in weight. For example, cotton, maple, dandelion, adhere, etc. etc. Water. Now, what happens in this agent? Basically, the plants that grow near the sea areas, like coconut, these coconuts fall in the water. They float and float until they reach the shore, and they start growing on the other shore. Example: coconut, water lilies, hydrilla, etc. Now, animals. Now, animals like basically animals have two types. First, like the animals eat their fruit like berries. They throw the seed out, or if they swallow it, they drop them in their droppings. And when is hitchhike? These seeds, like cocobella seeds, have special spines or hooks that get attached to the fur of many animals like dogs, cats, and when these animals rub their body against trees or shake their bodies, these seeds get detached and fall on the ground and start growing their own leaf. Now, seed pod explosion. This one. Can you see this? My arrow key is pointing there. This is a dried seed pod. It has opened. All seeds have gone here and there. Examples are peas, beans, and balls. And ladyfinger, you can also say. New plants from other parts of the plant. Vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation is the process of growing plants from the different parts of plant without using the seeds. So there are basically three ways. This is not not such a complicated way, but we will understand that also. From roots, for example, carrots, beetroots, and radish will grow. In this, we will cut the upper part of the root and put it in the soil. After some time, we will see a plant arising. From stem we can have rows. Have you seen that? We will cut the stem part, bury it, and the new plant will come from leaves. For example, bryophyllum has buds on its edges, on its margins. When these leaves fall down, these buds also get detached from the leaves and fall on the ground. And new plants from spores basically means like buds, etc. For example, fern. Now, what is a crop? A crop is a plant that is cultivated or grown on a large scale to obtain food or other useful products. The process of growing crops is known as cultivation. Now there are mainly two types of crops: Kharif crops and Rabi crops. The Kharif crops are grown in summer season. They depend on monsoon rains. They usually grow in the months of June to October. Rabi, for example, examples of kharif crop include paddy, maize, cotton, green gram, etc. etc. Rabi crops are grown in winter season. They depend on the winter rainfall from November to April. Example: wheat, gram, peas, mustard, linseeds, etc. etc. Now, have you noticed this period of time? The month of May is remaining. This is starting from June and this is ending in April. So what happens in this May? There are some other crops, a small type of crop basically, Zad crops. Usually the plants that can grow in less time are grown during the May of month and all. Month starting of June and the ending of April is all. Now with this chapter ends, and the main motive of the chapter is this chapter can help us understand about reproduction in plants. And today's final words are: life is a journey, not a destination. Thank you, have a nice day ahead, and please subscribe and like our channel if you like this video, and share this also with your friends and family, and they will also get informed about the plants. Thank you.